Hi everyone, it's Colleen with Artwork by Colleen. I'm here today to make a tulip cane. Full disclosure, this is my third attempt to make one. My first two I wasn't too thrilled with. I may post one of them depending on how this one comes out. We shall see. But I'm going to use a simple Skinner blend of a light pink and a dark pink. I'll be back. I'm going to show you what this looks like rolled out. Okay, I'm back. There it is all blended out. I'm just going to run it through the pasta machine long ways and then come back and we'll do an accordion fold. Just to get everyone an idea, this is the tulip I'm trying to recreate today. We'll see how that goes. Back down here, it's just been put through the pasta machine and now we're about to do an accordion fold. All right, accordion folds are pretty easy. I'll start on this dark end since it's a cleaner end. And we're just gonna go back and forth, literally like an accordion. You don't have to be super duper neat about it because you're just gonna crush it down and kind of turn it into something else. But for the moment, oops, that was a little big. Today I'm working with some really soft clay. The dark pink is the Sculpey souffle, and the light pink is a combination of a couple of different shades. I have white, which was in my Kato clay, and I also had a soft pink. Craftsmart's another brand that I've used from time to time. It is a softer clay, so sort of like a Sculpey III. Keep that in mind, but it's the brand that Michaels carries. I guess it's kind of their own store brand. Okay, so right here, it's not quite. We're just going to kind of make it that. All right, so there we are. And that's what our little fold looks like. Now we're going to work it so that the pink, light pink is at the top, the dark pink is at the bottom. And I'm going to squeeze this out some. So it'll give me enough to make like maybe a couple of different areas on it. Let me go squeeze this out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've thinned it out. I also just chop off the ugly end so you get a better idea of what it looks like. So this is going to kind of be one side of the tulip. And if you notice, it's kind of rounded on the top, kind of come down toward the bottom, and I made it kind of fat in the middle so that the two leaves are almost going to come together each side. Now, I'm going to cut that. I'm going to make some pretty small flowers, and honestly, this is like the third one I've made, and clay is in a premium right now because I can't seem to find any that I like. So that's going to be one side of it. And then we're going to kind of come and do the same thing on the other side to make that about the same size. And on the other side, we're going to kind of bend that in. And then we're going to close this one up a little bit. We're going to kind of make it a little squattier in the middle. No, that's not the technical term, but you know me by now. Technical terms are not much in my wheelhouse. Okay, so now we're going to come and do that middle section. So to do the middle section, and I'm actually might have enough for something else. So to do the middle section, we're going to want to have the bottom of it kind of thinned out. But first, what I think I want to do is these two, in order to make this middle section highlighted even more, I think I'm going to put, I was going to put dark, but I think I'm actually going to put light, a white, thin strip. Hold on, let me go grab that. So I went and rolled out a piece of white on the thinnest one. I'm just going to take the inside area here. I'm going to come put it right here so I can add a piece of white. Kind of push this up so they're both the same. Okay. Cut that. Cut that. come do the same thing for the inside here. My extra scraps. Put that up. And now I think that'll just give a little bit more definition. Actually, I think I'm just gonna kind of like the way that white looks in there, so I think I'm just gonna wrap it around the top area real quick on both sides. And there we go. So now we have the two inside pieces of the outside pieces rather of the tulip. And now we're going to work on the inside. So it's pretty skinny along this area. And then we're going to come in actually like that. And then also pretty skinny here. But I want these to actually come down. That's what I'm going to do. I want these to actually come down and kind of meet at the bottom. So I'm going to put them here. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. There we go. I think that makes a big difference. If you'd have seen my first two, you'd understand why I'm so excited. Because they were big duds. Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for. All right, then I think just to give the impression of it being on the outside and give it a little detail there, I'm going to go ahead and take that dark pink and wrap it around here and here. Be right back. All right, here I am. So I went and cut the dark pink. I'm going to put it here. Oops. Be better if I actually fit it on the whole thing. Yep. I'm going to cut it here. And then I'll come up here. And I'll just kind of rotate it up and slice it off where it meets the white. I don't know, I kind of think, now that I'm looking at it, I think it's going to go down from there. I think I'm going to top the rest of this off with some more of the white. So let me go and finish this pink side. This is how I work. It might be a little bit hard to follow, but I kind of do all this on the fly as I'm designing it, especially when I'm coming up with a design that I'm not really sure about. Sometimes it takes looking at it for a minute or two to really get a better idea. All right. So now I'm just going to cut it about, maybe just about right there. And then I'm going to take this white piece that I have left over. I'm going to cut a little bit, about that much. Stick it on right here. I'm going to also cut another piece. I'm going to stick it on right here. Now they have white on the tops, and I think I need to just go ahead and add the white. I think this is the most like a tulip I've done for all three of these that I've tried to work on. But I'm going to go ahead and top the white one off here on top of this pink one. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to see if I can just make, yeah, I got another one. I'm going to make just like a little bit of a indentation here. See if we can kind of keep that a little bit when we reduce it. So I probably need about that much. Come up here, maybe not quite that much. Just cut off the yucky ends. Another official term. And we'll place it on here. I'm going to give it a little bit of extra room, if you see what I'm doing, because I want to have enough so that I can push it down into this white gully, and it gives it a little bit more definition. All right, so be that as it may, there's your tulip. And now I'm just going to grab some green and be right back. Sorry about this camera holder. I'm going to try a little experiment along with you guys. I really want, the stem is primarily green, but it's got some yellow in it, and it's also got much darker in it. So I'm going to see if we can do a cane, or not a cane, but a Skinner blend with just doing it this way. I'll be back. I cheated just a little bit with the Skinner blend because I kind of folded the yellow in and the black into it so that it wouldn't be actually totally black or totally yellow. And anyway, I'm going to run this through and give it a quick accordion fold. Okay, here I am, it's back. Like when I did this one, it's not a very long stem, but it's going to be the lighter at the bottom and the darker at the top. So I just want to kind of mostly squish out this because I want to leave this area much bigger. In fact, I need to shorten this, flatten it out, because I need to make it the same height as this. But I want to flatten this end out so that it kind of fits better onto the tulip. So trying to accomplish a lot of things here and make it look right. All right, so I'm gonna push these ends, squeeze them out so they're really, really thin, so they basically will just sort of blend in with the flower, and then they taper pretty quickly, so it's kind of like it's the end of it goes around at the bottom of the flower, and then pretty quickly it's a straight up stem. So here's where we're at. I'm just going to cut off this less than attractive piece so you get a better idea of what it looks like. And if you want to make your stems a lot longer, like an actual tulip, obviously you're more than welcome to do that. I don't do that largely because when you reduce it with a big long stem, it kind of makes it awkward to reduce. The best thing if you really want a long stem, what I would recommend doing is making a separate cane just of the stem, and then just cut the stem off after you've cut the flower off and put them together after the fact. But here you go. That's my finished tulip. I can't tell you how much happier I am with this tulip than with the first two. So this was the hideous one that I did, which, like I said, if you could put it into a smaller tiny flower compilation, maybe you wouldn't notice it so much. But anyway, if you guys could subscribe and like this video, I'd sure appreciate it. Again, this is Colleen with Artwork by Colleen. You guys have an awesome, blessed, wonderful day.